Hey y'all, and welcome back to our regularly programmed schedule. We are done with Vlogtober. Yeah, I didn't do great, but I did push out 31 videos in 31 days. I did do that. I had to double up on some days, but I did my very best, and I think I'm impressed with myself because I did um, long format. Everything was over 3 minutes, and I did one every single day. And I tried to make sure it was something I really believed in, some opinions I really wanted to push out anyway. Did they all have something to do with October or fall? Maybe, maybe not. But I think for the general consensus, it did. So, welcome to RSVP with Lori. I am Lori. I try to offer lifestyle content, my opinions. I am pushing myself to do more vlogs, and I am a very busy woman. However, I honestly do not film a lot while I'm out. I try my best. Um, I try my best to do so, but I'm going to get better with actually editing and putting the vlogs together. I really prefer like a little short clip because it's not really anything interesting, and me trying to gather 10, 20, 30 minutes of content, just my everyday life, honestly, it's kind of boring to me. So if I think it's boring, I don't think you guys are gonna think it's boring. So it's just like regular smegular stuff. Might stop at Kroger, might go here, might go there. Nothing spectacular. So when I do have a special event or something like that I'm attending, I will try to vlog more. But I think I have gathered a way that I'm able to capture some moments in my life and vlog about it. I really can't guarantee it'll be long. Probably I'm gonna stay around the 6 to 8 minute mark. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm editing, I'm usually like, cut that out, cut that out. I mean, I could insert like music and funny clip. I don't want to just press myself to do that because that's really not who I am. The little sit down videos or even the voiceovers are more so me. So I'm gonna stick to being genuine. I'm gonna stick to being who I am and not force myself to be someone I'm really not. So that's what I'm going to commit to. And maybe as time goes on, maybe in the new year, I will learn to vlog a little better. So it is what it is. Today, I want to get a little reflective, a little deep about when God redirects you. When you think you have a purpose, when you think you have a plan, and God redirects you, what does that really mean? Now, this won't be preachy at all. And even though I mentioned the word God, I'm a spiritual person, not a really religious person. So it's faith filled, but not I'm not preaching to anyone. Just a woman sharing my journey and how God has detoured me from certain things, redirected me from certain things that sometimes I felt I was taking a loss at, but really and truly was a win when I look back on things. Sometimes when you have a plan, and even if you have a detailed plan, you have it line by line, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to say, and life will hit you like boom. Everything goes to the left. Have you ever wondered why? You sitting there wondering, what happened? I was prepared. I was focused. I was ready. Why? You question yourself. You question God. You question everything around you. This was supposed to happen. And I know it's frustrating. It has been so frustrating to me because I really have thought things through, thought things out, and decided, okay, this is the direction my life should be. And then God redirects me. And I've learned that it's not redirection, it's protection. God protected me from being in that space, from being around those people, from doing that thing that just may have been what I wanted in the right now, would not have been beneficial to my future self. So today I wanted to talk about what happens when plans fall apart and redirection occurs. And let me just be transparent. I've had my share of redirections. Plans didn't come through, flat out fell through, places I think I should have been, jobs I think I should have had, all of that thing, relationships I think I should have been in, friendships I thought would last forever. I've been redirected. And all of the time, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing. That's why I didn't say failure, but redirection. Hey, you really shouldn't be at this company. You should be at that company. You really shouldn't be in this position. You should be in that position. That's what I mean when I say God redirects you. Not that you failed in something particular, not that you lost out on something particular, but redirection. And at the time, I probably didn't understand. I was frustrated, embarrassed, maybe, just feeling let down. I was bashing myself. Why, Lori? Why you couldn't get this done? You had the plan together. What happened? You failed through. I just really started second guessing myself. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be making plans. It's not, nothing ever works for me. That type of thing. A lot of times you may want to stay stagnant because your plans are even. You know, your plans may be here when God wants you to be here. You're thinking here and God wants you to be here. So that's what I mean about redirection. Maybe your plans were just a little too small, a little too easy, a little too comfortable for you. And God wants you to get uncomfortable, get unsettled, work for something. So maybe your goal was, okay, every single day I'm going to get dressed, have my hair done and my makeup done every single day for the next 7 days. Now, this is something minor. I'm just making this up. You know, to say that's your goal. And then day 3, boom, something happens. You wake up late, your alarm doesn't go off, whatever reason. You don't get it done. You got to throw your hair in a messy bun. You don't get a chance to do your makeup, and you throw on a jogger set. God is redirecting you, maybe because that shouldn't be your focus at the time. That's something minor. That's something minute that God might not want you to focus on. Again, I'm just making this up. I'm not saying this is my goal or anyone else's goal. I'm just making this up. You know, just to say sometimes the plans you have set for yourself need to be redirected. You're thinking too small, and you should be thinking bigger. You should be thinking more long term. You should be thinking more wow factor, something like that. And another thing, a part of redirection is patience. Not will you wait, but what's your attitude while you're waiting? I noticed that my patience is always equated to my stress level. If I'm not being patient, I'm stressing myself out. I needed to learn how to be more patient when I'm waiting for things. I needed to learn patience while I'm working towards things. I'll give you an example, a real example of me with my weight loss journey. When I lost weight in 2015 to 2016, I lost about 80 pounds. And I was committed to the gym. I went every single day without fail, no excuses, every single day, some days twice a day. I was so committed. I made sure I ate properly. I made sure I was hitting that gym. I was working. And I reached my goal because I worked so hard at it. Currently, I'm not pushing myself as much as I could be, as much as I should be. And I am aware of this because I allow things to deter me. I allow my attitude and my patience trying to get the weight loss. I allow that to deter me, you know, by when I step on the scale and I don't notice a significant weight change. When I don't eat what I should have ate, enough protein this day, then I let it affect me the next day. Instead of having the patience, given myself the grace, and just doing what I know I should be doing, instead of being disappointed in myself. So a lot of times that can deter us from reaching our goals as well. So God is trying to redirect me. Lori, you know what needs to be done. When are you going to do it? So that's what I need to do. Make sure that I eliminate the excuses and get things done. It's not that anybody else or anything else or any place else is hindering me. I'm hindering myself because I can focus. I should focus on getting it done. Hey, you got off early today, hit the gym. Hey, you can't get to the gym at 5:30 a.m., get there at 5:30 p.m. Everything doesn't have to be on my timing, but I'm allowing it to become an excuse. Oh, I got to do this, so I can't go to the gym early, and I don't want to go after work, and I don't want to go at this time, and I don't want to go at that time, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. There will always be an obstacle for us to reach our goals. If everything was easy, everybody would be beautiful, skinny, and rich. If everything was easy. So I really have to take my goals and be more precise with things, and really set daily goals, hour goals, you know, just take things step by step. Hey, I didn't make it to the gym today. Stop making excuses. Put my gym clothes in my bag. If I can't make it before work, I need to go after work. I don't care what else needs to be done. I need to go at least 30 minutes after work, just for an example. And that's just what I'm saying for myself. I don't give myself enough grace. I'm not patient with my goals. And as soon as I don't see immediate results, I'm disappointed in myself. And now I'm withdrawing. And I'm doubting myself. And I'm pushing myself too hard. And I'm too bad on myself. Like, oh, Lori, you know you should have did better last week. And then I let myself get down about it. And then I don't push harder the next week. So that's just one example. That is a true example of something that I know I'm personally working on. So let me just redirect, because I know that's not really redirection by God. But while we were talking about goals, I just wanted to insert that. And another thing about redirection, you'll think one door closed on you, so all the doors have closed on you. But sometimes redirection, especially like let's say in the content creator sector, there's so many events, and then I don't see them until like after other content creators have posted about them, and I'll find myself like clicking their page. Dang, let me see how many followers they got, why they got the invite and I didn't, when I need to make sure that I'm networking, that I'm reaching out to these brands, creating dialogue between me and these brands so that I can start getting the invites as well to these branded events and not just sitting at home pouting. Or if I try to include myself and I'm getting no, 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 I can't allow that to discourage me, because I know for a fact that what's for me is for me. I absolutely do know that, but I'm not gonna lie and tell you it doesn't hurt my feelings when I see a group of other content creators. Everybody's at this fabulous event and clinking their champagne glasses, and I'm like, dang, why wasn't I at that event or whatever? So it is discouraging. Like I said, when God closes a door or doesn't allow that door to open for me, it is difficult to accept, but I've learned to accept it and keep moving and keep pushing on. I know I have to do better with my content, better with my UGC, better with and I don't really want to have a niche, and maybe that's what's hurting me. I don't really want to have a niche. If I want to talk about press on nails today, I want to talk about press on nails. If I want to talk about lip gloss today, I want to talk about lip gloss. If I want to talk about hair, I want to talk about hair. If I want to talk about shopping, I want to talk about shopping. So I don't really want to just put myself into a certain niche where it's like I'm just makeup, 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 or skincare, skincare, skincare. I just really want to talk about lifestyle, and not luxury lifestyle, but just lifestyle. I'm not into spending as much money as I can to impress other people. This hoodie probably costs $12 at Walmart. So that type of thing. Just regular. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. Just everyday living things that I find that's helpful. I love kitchen gadgets, that type of thing. So I don't know. I really have to think about it. I don't want to, like I say, I don't want to settle down to one niche. I do try to produce content with all of those things, whether it be lashes, makeup, skincare. But I don't want to try to pretend I'm an expert matter on any of that, because I'm not. And most people aren't. Just because I learned how to put blush on, that doesn't make me a makeup artist. And I think we find that a lot in this sector, where um someone has reached a goal and become reached their goal in accomplishing something, that they're now the expert, and then they got a digital plan about it, and they want to be a mentor and all of that. I just want to live life and share the things I want to share on the internet. So I think I just need to navigate in between there, where I fit in. Making a living from being a content creator is not important to me. Do I want to produce funds from being a content creator? Absolutely. But I don't want to quit my job. I'm not trying to quit my job. I'm not trying to live as a full-time content creator. And I don't want to spend hours on edge, day after day after day, 24 hours a day, living to make content, edit content, and produce content. I don't want to become so obsessed with it that I stop living my actual life. I don't want to do that. But I think there's a balance in between, and I'll get there. I just need to navigate my own way. So back to redirection. You see what I'm saying? I just keep getting off focus. But back to the original topic at hand, redirection. I know, there's been certain jobs I thought that I was like definitely qualified for. I would fit in well, looking for that opportunity that, maybe didn't call back, or I got that email, hey, we moved on with other candidates, that type of thing. Um, or even certain opportunities that I'm like, oh yeah, I think this will work out well, that absolutely didn't. either did never happened or um was not a great experience, that type of thing. So sometimes God will redirect us, and I wasn't meant to be at those events. Does it look like a fabulous time? Absolutely. Was it probably a great experience for those that did? Absolutely. I'm sure it was. But it wasn't meant for me to be there in that space in that time. And that's what I have to accept. That's what I mean about accepting redirection from God. You know, I have seen where some brands will put out that they'll be in Dallas and they're having this event, and I reach out and say, oh, you know, we've already selected the creators we want. You know, we took a look at your profile. We'll keep your name in mind, that type of thing. You know, your little letdown DM. But I still keep a positive attitude. I'm gonna keep trying to talk to the brands and things like that for the sake of good. But yeah, I've lost positions. One job I thought I was going to retire from. I mean, I cried. I cried when I lost that position. Luckily, my husband is very supportive, and he lets me know, you know, bigger things in store. And friendships I've cried about, been heartbroken about, and just life in general. Just life in general, redirecting, you know, losing my mom, me with the breast cancer diagnosis, being on a healthier journey, trying to navigate my way through that. I've learned a lot about redirection and how it should work. And I think I have much more patience with redirection, where I'm not stuck, where I'm not just stagnant and sitting in it like, oh my God, why wasn't I there? Why wasn't I there? Because I believe I shared with you guys before, fix this here. I believe I've shared with you guys before. I just know, like, in Chicago, I was much more popular. So I really did get like all the invites. I was here, I was there. Like I was able to pick and choose and decide where I wanted to be and where I didn't want to be. Whereas here, I haven't been out much except this year. I didn't really have the opportunity to get to meet a lot of people prior to my breast cancer diagnosis. So you got to think I was pretty much sick or going through recovery or surgeries for the last 2 years. I moved here in 2022. I was diagnosed in March of 2023. And then I went through chemo and surgery after surgery after surgery. And pretty much all of 23, the remainder of 23, got a little better in 24. So I'm really just trying to get back out there and meet people and navigate. So people have to build that trust and you build your relationships. I was doing well on social media. I thought I was going to be able to vlog my entire journey. I was like so upbeat about, oh, I'm going to vlog my whole journey through chemo, my diagnosis, but it was difficult. It was very difficult for me, and I just didn't want to make my page me crying every video. So I didn't do that. So I wasn't on social media as much. Of course, lost a lot of followers due to that because I wasn't posting content. So just building myself back up again, giving myself grace, allowing God to redirect me where I should be and where I shouldn't be. So just learning to stop trying to be in total control and allow things to happen as they will. That's what I'm trying to say. Just allow things to happen as they will. And again, I am a big believer in what's for me is for me. However, you do still have to work for the things you want. You got to still work for it. And I'm willing to do so. I'm just trying to, right now, taking this space like these next 30 days or so in the month of November to see, okay, what's going well, what's not, what should I be doing differently. I don't want that imposter syndrome happening where I'm trying to be like this girl or that girl. I want to genuinely be me, be authentic, but I want to make sure that what's in my mind, I'm conveying to my audience, if that makes sense. So a few things that I've learned through my detours: God's timing is always right, even when it's inconvenient. It's always right. Losing something or someone doesn't mean you lose value. And that is one lesson that I had to learn the hard way. You know, I thought, oh, I'm no longer friends with this person. That means I'm not valuable. Oh, I'm no longer have these connections. That means I'm not valuable. I really did have to learn that whoever's in my life is, they can add to my value, but I'm not losing value if they aren't in my life anymore. The path may change, but the promise remains. Now, the path may change, but the promise remains. So just like I was telling you guys about my weight loss journey, now I might have to do things a little differently now, but I can get there if I actually work for it and not be soaking, feeling sorry for myself. I can get there. Like I really noticed a change. I don't know if you guys noticed a change in my face, but I can notice a change that my face is a little smaller, my neck is a little smaller, and it was two dresses in my closet that I couldn't even button up that I am able to button up. So not a significant change, not the amount that I want to lose, but I'm moving closer in that direction than I was, 2 months ago. So I'm proud of that. And also, I've learned that peace is the real confirmation, not the applause. Whether my, and I know this really sounds cliche to some people. What is it, cliche? I think it is. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I know it does probably sound cliche to some people. Like when I post a video, for me, it's really not about how many likes I receive. For a long time in my life, I was silenced. I was muted. I was told my voice did not matter. From childhood up until a certain relationship in my 20s that was very abusive, I was told my voice did not matter. I needed to shut up and be cute for a long time in my life. So me just having a voice and putting my words together, whether I stumble or not, whether I say or keep repeating myself, I'm proud every time I post to schedule a post and it's uploaded. I'm proud of myself. Whether I get 2 views or 2,000 views, whether I get no comments, well, I know I'm gonna get one from my husband at least. Whether I get a comment only from my husband or I get 50 comments, I'm proud of myself because that is my entire purpose of starting my YouTube video. Not to go viral, not to make a living as a YouTube personality, but to have my voice. And even when I'm no longer here, my grandchildren can watch it and say, "Oh, that's what my grandma thought about that. Oh, that's my grandma. That's my grandma." And I don't have to be a celebrity, but I can still leave that legacy there where they can share my opinions. I can share my opinions with them still, have my voice heard, whether people interact with me or not. Honestly, that is my purpose of starting my YouTube video. That will always be the reasoning why I am proud that I did become monetized. I still ain't got my first check yet. And I don't think I'm gonna make it by the end of the year. I think I'm up to about $80, and you have to make at least $100 to get a YouTube check. And that's perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine with me. I didn't think this was a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. Honestly, I just really enjoy being able to share my voice, no interruptions, nobody on the other line thinking I'm boring. I don't want to listen to you. Because that's what I think about myself a lot of times. I don't call and vent to people pretty much. Yeah, I don't really call my friends and vent a lot of things like that. What anything I'm feeling, I share it with the screen for the most part. And that helps me keep my sanity and go about my day, go about my life. I enjoy even just getting my thoughts out. Sometimes I don't even upload the video because it might be something too personal or something, but even when I just make the video, even if I delete it, I enjoyed the process of making it. So in closing, if you're listening to this and you didn't get that job you were prepared to get, if you've lost a friendship that you thought was forever, if you're in the middle of a divorce, whatever it is, don't let that get you down. Don't let that affect your life where you stop trying to reach more goals. You got to understand you aren't behind, you're just being redirected. Whatever the goal was that you haven't reached yet, maybe you're just being redirected on a different path. Maybe the goal doesn't need to change, but the path may be a little bit different for you. And lastly, faith isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's just you don't understand, but you're going to keep pushing. Thank y'all for listening. If you made it to the end, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. I am RSVP with Lori on all socials. Follow me on them all. Honestly, I'm only on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I am on other social media platforms, but that's the main areas that I post. So follow me. I do try to post different things on different platforms. If you have any tips, if you have any questions, comment below. I'm trying to get my engagement up, y'all. So comment below. If you listen to the end, comment your favorite color so that I know you listen to the end. Until next time, your RSVP is confirmed. And as always, everything stated is my opinion, not the law.